chairman. Comrade. His worship the mayor. Welcome. Welcome to the great constituency of Central City. Comrade, next member of Parliament for Northwestern Catherine, Comrade Ross. Comrade, next member of Parliament in the constituency which I live, Comrade Christopher Brown, Southeast England. The opposition spokesman on housing, and the senator, and the professor at the University of the West Indies, Comrade Cde Morais. My councillors of Central St. Mary, Comrade McDonald and Comrade Garvey, and all the councillors who are here as well from the St. Mary Municipal Corporation. And comrades, my divisional chairman for the Hampstead division, I want to welcome her to her own division. I mentioned the other councillors from the municipal corporation, but my own councillor who will vote in a field division is here, Comrade Levan Freeman of the Belgian division. Acknowledge all the members of the YO who are here. And of course, comrades, I want to say to you, my comrades, respect, love, all the time, and always will be in my heart, comrades. Let's go, I see you. Comrades, when I look at the crowd tonight, I say, yes, this is what we are in Central St. Mary. And this is what we will demonstrate to them that we will be when they call elections. You know, comrade, I have a message for a certain lady who went to a parliamentary committee and spoke all sorts of legalese and said that the election not really due in September but can be called in December. But I want to say to that lady, and I want to say to our leader, bring it on. Anytime you're ready for it, we're ready for it. We're ready for it. So, Andrew, call it. Call it, Andrew. Call it. Because we're ready over here. We're ready in Southeast, and we're ready in West St. Mary, and we're ready as a party to tell the next government of this country. But you know how we you know, there's a whole heap of man that run up and down now, you know, like most when fired on them tail. Because they recognize that the people no longer with them, and they might try to win back friends. But let me tell you something, comrades, do not be fooled by them. We know the suffering that the Jamaican people are undergoing. We know when you take your picnic to the hospital, you have to wait till tomorrow before they get attended to. And when they get attended to, you have to wait till the next day to get the medicine or you have to buy it. Comrades, that never happened under PNP government. And I can tell you, comrades, that it will not happen under future PNP government. Because we are the party that cares for our people. And as Speaker said, we balance the finances by caring for our people. Comrades, you know, I am happy tonight when I look and see the number of comrades who are here. And I know this is a demonstration and a testament to the numbers who will come out when such man decide to call the election. We're ready. We're ready. We're ready. And comrades, I know the night is long spent. And I don't intend to be up here for the entire night because we have other meetings that you will hear from your member of parliament. But the future is ahead of us. And tonight, comrades, I want to tell you that there is a candidate in Central St. Mary in whom I am well pleased. There's a candidate in Central St. Mary who will take it to the neighborhoods of the next election. There is a candidate in Central St. Mary who will uphold the principles of the People's National Party. There's a candidate in Central St. Mary who will have the conferencing and the state of your comrades. Cde Omar Newell, I present to you the next member of parliament for the Central St. Mary, the man who is capable in the foundation of the People's National We have any comrades tonight from the Hampstead division in the house? Do we have any Port Maria comrades here tonight? What about the Islington division? Are you represented here tonight? Then anybody there from Highgate? Well, I have to say correct chairman. My good friend, the comrade Rose, who I met many years ago when I became a part of the regional executive and he was the chairman for Western St. Thomas. And my good friend, comrade Colin Bell, Shaka Fame. When I told Shaka Fame I want him to do a voiceover for the conference, Shaka Fame said on condition that he's the MC. And I said, well, you are the MC. It's funny you mentioned that because I meant to tell you. I want to thank you both. Comrade Member of Parliament, Comrade Dr. Guy. What a lot of you don't know. When I was abroad studying, Dr. Guy was one of the people who encouraged me to return and to participate and to get involved in the political process. Comrade Senator Professor Floyd Morris. As I said to you, Professor, Comrade, I don't think I need to say anything else tonight. I want to thank you for that resounding endorsement. And most importantly, I want to thank you for accepting me as a Taylorite. Comrade Chris Brown, Comrade Chris and I have been friends for a long time. He's somebody who I have learned a lot in this politics from. We have learned it from being on the same side, we have learned it from being on opposite side, but at all times, there's a lesson to learn where Chris Brown is concerned. In fact, he's the founding General Secretary of the Patriots, of which I was president for 3 years. Comrade Damien Crawford, big up yourself, brother. I'm not going to talk long tonight. And the reason I'm not going to talk long is Comrade Damien, I'm a brother. When Damien was going to run, them time they live in America, and him come on my yard in the Bronx, and we sit down and discuss some things. I'm not going into detail. And him saying tired, so I'm not talk long because I want to hear from him. Comrade Danishka. Oh God. Danishka has been such a good friend. I don't know how she managed her campaign and manage my social media and do all kind of things all across the country. So I have to big her up. She look about she tell her. And I am sure we have vegan water for her here tonight, so she'll feel very good. She's happy about it.
I want to apologize for the absence of Comrade Deputy Mayor, Comrade Paul Fife. He's not feeling well and he asked me to apologize. Comrade Mayor, my brother and friend. Boy, let me get in trouble. Let me just call the name them. Comrade Byfield. Yo, Byfield. What go on, G? Comrade Garvey. Comrade Vivian Silvera. Comrade Corinne McDonald. Comrade Corinne Taylor McDonald Diller. My godfather, Comrade Fez. Comrades on the platform, comrades all, good evening. I want to tell you a little bit about me, because I realize that there has been some attempt to create some confusion in the constituency about where Newell is from. My master Putney, son of Islington, born at the Port Maria Hospital, grew up between Islington and Highgate. My mother started the first hairdressing school in Highgate and then she taught at the Horace Clark High School. Grew up in a one-bedroom house up a Highgate, Comrade Guy. Sicky. Went to St. Mary High School, skipped first form at Highgate Primary, skipped 6th grade at Highgate All Age, went to 7th grade at St. Mary High School, and had an opportunity to go abroad and to study and to return. So when them come and tell you, say Newell don't come from you, tell them say Newell is a traditional St. Mary Picnic when parents don't allow him to grow up out of the road like one Lego beast. So sorry if you never get a chance to come here. My auntie told me, and when Mark Golden came to Islington, the story was told that when Michael Manley came to Islington in 1972, the guava tree that I like to eat guava from is Michael Manley planted. Your candidate is a man of destiny and a son of the soil. I had a chance to leave and to go abroad and to study for a little bit. And pardon me if I won't mention my opponent's name. The reason I won't mention my opponent's name is because the last poll we did in the constituency says 97% of residents know or know of Omar Newell and only about 60% know of the opponent. I'm not going to help increase that number. I won't help to increase that number. But what I would say is Islington grew me. Highgate grew me. When I went to Mirzai and my mother couldn't afford lunch, it's the old students of St. Mary High School who bought me lunch. And so I have a debt of gratitude to the St. Mary High School Old Students Association, people like Chris Burns. And so, when a man who was in a career for 20 years and went in one position and left in one position, feel like he can size up with a youth who come from poverty and who you nurtured and you sent him to business school and you sent him to law school and you turn him into a man. Tell them don't size up.
What you be out of? We out of, the future empty out of. You ain't out here, come me out here. You was a theory out here, send me a real out here.
So when I came here earlier, my 10-year-old was with me. He had sports day last week, Friday. And him called me and him said, Daddy, I want a gold medal in the relay. And I want to take my medal to you. Because him saying here, a little man who never win nothing yet, I call himself the champ. And because he is the 10-year-old champ, he won't bring the medal to come give them champ. So every champ has 7 champ medal.
What you be out of? We out of, the future empty out of. You ain't out here, come me out here. You was a theory.
Comrades, I I am confident of our victory in Central St. Mary. And the reason I am confident of our victory is because we are competing with ourselves. And so what I want to charge every comrade who is here tonight is to make it your resolution. Be resolved to ensure that we get numbers higher than we have ever had in Central St. Mary, because we're competing with a non-starter. And when we tie up and fill up St. Mary Central, we're going to go over to Southeast. And we're going to make the man over there know same time done. And when time we lock up Southeast, we're going over to Western St. Mary. And we're going to make them know that we're bringing real progress to the people of Western St. Mary. Listen, comrades, our destinies are locked up together. If the junction road don't fix, it reduces the prospects for people living at the Highgate division. Because a man now go and come invest in a Highgate when the junction road full of crater from Upper Stony Hill all the way down to the Westmoreland Bridge. And so we are all bound together. And so we have a responsibility to go over Southeast St. Mary. And a man in Southeast St. Mary begged me not to campaign against him. And I want to make it a point, I want to make it on the record that we are going into Southeast St. Mary. And we're going to help Chris Brown. And we're going to go into Enfield. And we're going into Long Road. And we're going into Anata Bay. And we're going into Richmond. And we're locking inside there. Right, sure. That's Southeast. That's good representation. Comrades, we're not running just for the sake of running. We're not looking to win just for the sake of winning. But we're going in because we have concrete plans for this constituency and for the parish of St. Mary. And so I want to tell you that we have concrete plans for youth development for this constituency. Dr. Guy will tell you that when the PNP was last at the wicket, the majority of plans that were developed in the Ministry of Youth had my involvement. And even now, as the current administration tries to do a thing with youth development, we're still implementing programs that have Omar Newell's fingerprint all over it. So when a man wants to size up, ask him what he has done for the youth of this country. I mean, start the graduate work experience program, which they have transferred to Heart. I mean, start the rural youth in entrepreneurship and agriculture program called REAP, which they have transferred to the 4-H club. When I started REAP, I brought young people from St. Mary, carried them down to Manchester to train them, and when they come back, we gave them the inputs in terms of livestock, train them about business, and say, go and go start the agriculture project on your own. And so, my record on youth development is unmatched in this constituency, and I dare say in this country. When it comes on to education, we have already started the work. I hear my comrade brother outline some plans for education, and one of the things they want to focus on at TVET. I want to tell you, comrade Suja, Minister of Education, they already have a commitment for a care for the Horace Clark High School, and I want us to transform it into a center of excellence for technical vocational education and training. And in a few weeks, as our campaign rolls on, I'm going to invite you all to Horace Clark High School before the election. And we're going to donate that car to the school so a child who wants to learn auto mechanic in third form can leave with a level 4 certification. And the car buyer ready. And the car buyer ready. And we're begging some equipment to create 2 recording studios for the constituency. We're going to put one at Heart in Port Maria. And we're going to put the other one at Torres Clark High School. Because with Munga and Capleton and Lady Saw and Yaksta and Ninja Man, we sent it in the water in St. Mary. I want to nurture it and get more people involved. And on the matter of housing, I've already brought in a businessman and I've already put him together with a landowner and he's looking to build a housing scheme in the Highgate area. And we're looking around to see how we can go about getting one built in the Port Maria area. And it's because we have done the research and the National Housing Trust says the places with the highest unmet demand for housing is Highgate and Port Maria. The people that work and them progressive and Comrade Floyd Morris and Mark Golding put forward some good plan. I want to make sure that them in a position and the opportunities are there that them can take advantage of those plans. On the matter of agriculture, I hear my brother talk about 1 meal per day for students in school, and I want to ensure that the students who are in school in St. Mary, the meal they're eating per day grow in a St. Mary soil. And so we're investing in agriculture. And if you read the newspaper a few weeks ago, you would have seen where it said Newell launches its agriculture initiative in St. Mary. We're already working with some farmers in Farmers Heights in Port Maria. So to wrap up, comrades, we're running because we have concrete plans to move the constituency of Central St. Mary forward and to transform the lives of the people of Central St. Mary. And so, comrades, the only thing left for me to ask you is, are you ready for a Mark Golding government? Are you ready? Are you ready for a son of Bailey'sville, Comrade Floyd Morris, to be your next Minister of Housing? And them say, Rasta not united, not organized. And since my job is to introduce the Rasta, are you ready?